I made video on this channel, I decided not to speak up about some of the things happening in our country, Nigeria, and just focus on other things. But I think there comes a time in everybody's life when they take a stand. And I'm going to take a stand here and say bad government is bad. Simple as that. Use I will make more videos on this channel and show you. You would see people um sharing money in envelopes designed with someone's logo, and an incumbent administration sharing money with the people to vote for them. You see them organizing city boys movement and sharing money. You would see yesterday on the news they were trying to borrow another 1.2 billion US dollars. And you're wondering, all this money you used to organize the city boys movement, if you put them together, if you put all of them together and put in one thing like electricity, wouldn't it have solved the problem? If you put all your effort together and say, let's solve insecurity, let's put an end to insecurity, wouldn't it have solved that problem, which is one of the biggest problems plaguing the nation? Why wouldn't you do that low-hanging fruit level of thing? You will not do it. And I want to tell the people, as you're receiving the 5,000, 10,000, whatever you're receiving from them, just know they've given you example. In the first tenor, they gave you 5,000 and Indomie and all of that. You saw what they did to you. Yes, they increased your minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000. 30,000 to 70,000. That's more than twice. So 200 and some percentage. All right, so we were on this live and it got interrupted. So I'm just gonna continue. Wherever it joins, it rejoins, that's fine. So I would say that comes a time in someone's life when he has to take a stand. And we're taking the stand now that Nigeria must be good again. Now, during elections, they will give you 5,000 or give you a bag of rice or some Indomie and you vote for them. And then during the election, after the election, sorry, when they start to govern, they will show you what they really are. They've shown you that already. Last cycle, they gave you 5,000, they gave you Indomie, they gave you rice, Gary, and then they also, when they came in, they increased your minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000. Now, if you check the percentage, it's like 130% increase in your salary, something like that. 130% increase. Let's say. But what they did with your fuel is that it went from 200 naira to 1,000. Okay, before the whole situation with Iran and the US and all that, it was over 1,000. So 5,000, 500% increase. 500% increase for your fuel, and then everything else increased. So you should ask yourself this day, they are coming back to you, giving you another 5,000. You see them packaging money, doing city boys and all that, giving to you. You should just know that when they come in, they're going to take it back, guaranteed. You have this tax legislation, or whatever you want to call it, the tax law that they've passed, and they are not implementing it yet because they want you to be deceived until you vote them in. Even though we know last time they have to snatch it and grab it and run with it, but they are hoping that when they do it again, you will keep quiet. And if you keep quiet, they will implement that tax law, guaranteed, and everybody's going to be worse off for it. And we have other options. We have people that we haven't tried in that capacity, but we've tried them in a lower capacity. People like Peter Obi. We know his character, we know his integrity. Let's try him. Let's try him and Kwankwaso. Let's try them. Let's see what they'll bring on the table. Instead of these people, we already know what they're going to do. They're doing it already. let's try other people. I am pleading with you. I'm begging you. And sometimes people will think that your votes don't count. Yet your vote counts. Let me tell you, people say, oh, if you think your vote don't count, why are they trying to buy it? Let me tell you, there are two levels to this. One of the ways to come into power is by direct election. If the people vote for you, then you win. And it's cheaper for them to give you 5,000 naira, a bag of rice. When I say bag of rice, the sachet price. It's cheaper for them to do that than to rig it from the judiciary and from INEC. Because the judiciary, they will collect hundreds of millions per person. And INEC will collect hundreds of millions or even billions to keep quiet and to write whatever they want them to do. So it's more expensive when they go to INEC. So when they come to you, just imagine they needed 8 million votes last time to win. 8 million, if you multiply that by 5,000, how much is that? 8 million times 5 is like 40 million times 8,000, that's 40 billion. And they don't have to buy all that. I don't want to believe that nobody voted for them at all. But they just have to buy enough to be more than the other guy. But when it goes to INEC, which they couldn't buy enough, obviously, when they go to INEC, it's going to cost them billions. It's going to cost them a lot. And then they're going to pay the lawyers hundreds of millions per person to sit for them and to represent them. So they'll rather give you 5,000 and hope that they win from your direct votes. And when you don't, then they go to INEC and say, INEC, how much is it going to cost? So they prefer to buy it cheaper. Like everybody wants to buy something cheaper. So be very, very careful. Don't sell your vote, because you're selling your future. You're selling the posterity you want to sell, you give to your children. You're selling it for 5,000 naira. Don't let that happen to you. Right? I just want my voice to be heard for the people to know where I stand in this. If they worked, they should be using what they did to campaign. And I said it last time, Alex Otti should not be campaigning for 2027 election. Alex Otti, people like Alex Otti should not be campaigning. People like Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not be campaigning, but for different reasons. Alex Otti should not be campaigning because the works he did will campaign for him. They should just give him automatic comeback. People like Tinubu should not be campaigning. Why? Because they didn't work. There's no point trying to do. I know he said he's stubborn, he doesn't go away and all of that. But people should help him to go away. Those guys that we saw in Lagos rewriting results and tipexing and cleaning and scratching out results, they should know that this will not happen again. We are not going to allow it this time around. We won't allow it. I was watching the TV yesterday and I saw Adams Oshomole saying that the reason they changed the electoral law to say that real-time transmission of results means that it has to happen immediately. If it doesn't happen immediately, then a lawyer can defend it. And this, instead of changing the rule to say you can do it manually, if it's really concerned that real-time result might create a problem, because then if you couldn't send it immediately, and then a lawyer might come and say, well, it means that, it means that. Why don't they change the rule to say best case, that's what they call best effort. You just add the word, make the best efforts to transmit real time, just best effort, 2 words, best effort, that's all you make, best effort to transmit real time. If it doesn't go, because there's no network in your area, at the next network connection, you do another best effort to obviously the device will transmit by itself, just like a WhatsApp message. You upload instantly by itself. Remove anything manual. If it doesn't work when you tried it, when you enter a network area, it will take the best efforts to deliver. We are not going to accept anything manual. But what some of your network delivery, some of the transmission control protocols are based on, the quality of service QoS is based on best effort with a confirmed delivery, obviously. It's going to be bad effort with a confirmed delivery. So when it's delivered, you get a confirmation. And the people that voted will follow the INEC people to wherever they're going to go transmit it. They will follow them until they transmit it, and they will wait with them until they get that confirmed delivery. Like in WhatsApp, when you send someone a message, it goes, you get a tick when it's delivered. When they read it, you get another tick. When it's sent, one tick. When it's delivered, another tick. When they read it, it will change color. Yes. These are technologies that exist today. Why is this difficult? Why is this difficult? Why are they killing us to rule over us? Why would you kill somebody? Imagine you want a babysitter in your house, and you put out an advert and you say, I need people to apply to be babysitters. And the person coming to babysit your children kills you to be your babysitter. Why would they do that? Why are you killing the people that you're pretending to serve? What is the benefit of doing that? So we have to stand up. This time around, 2027 is going to be different. How many people are they going to kill? We have to stand up. So I'm going to be making more videos. I'm going to be reacting to what is happening in the society. Because at a point, I wanted to keep quiet and just focus on, apologetics. But I found out that if the people are all dead, who am I going to be preaching to? Who am I going to be praying for to be healed, to be saved? Who am I going to be talking to if they kill everybody? I am in a country where everything works. That this was not where I was born. Yeah, my kids have it differently. They were born here, so they know this is the only thing they know. But I came from a country that is different, and I wish that things could improve. And I can't just keep quiet because things are going well for me or with me and my family. I have to speak up because these people in Nigeria are people for whom Christ died. They are part of the reason Christ died. And we can't just keep quiet. Oh, because things are going well for us, let's just keep quiet. Let's not, let's not rattle the nest. Let's not stir the nest. Let's just, no. Enough is enough already. The voice of the one crying in the wilderness. The voice of the one crying in the wilderness. Enough is enough. What is happening in that country should never happen in anywhere in the world. Should never happen. We have the human resources. We have the intellectual capacity. We have the natural resources. We have everything in that country to be the pride of the black nation. Why are we letting the worst of the worst to take over? And I blame some of us. I know when we were in school, you take first position, you take, maybe worst, you come second or third, and then at the university, you're doing well, you took first class, you had first class, or you had second class upper, and then when you're done, you leave it for the people that were the worst of the class, the people that were the third class, or the low 2-2, not even regular 2-2, low 2-2, or the third class, or the people that just managed to pass. You let them run the country. The same brain they couldn't use to articulate what is going on around them in class is what they're using to run the country. So I blame everybody for this. But enough is enough. It is time for us to rise up and defend that nation. Things can go well. Look, that they're giving 1,000, 3,000. Do you know that if things are better, even if it's 1,000 that you're making, it will go further. Even if it's only 1,000 that you're making, it will go further for you. But if you just collect the 5,000, 3,000 from them now, what are you going to use it for? Even before you get home, there's a kidnapper waiting for you. There's a thief waiting for you. There's a kidnapper. There's a thief waiting for you. You buy your prepaid electricity before you it runs out, right? There's a thief there waiting for you to steal it from you. The minister of power, he came in, he said things have changed for him. He left, he went to be a governor. And nobody's holding anybody accountable. This is our common resources that these guys are using. And nobody's holding anybody accountable. Everybody just keeping quiet as if it doesn't concern them. And the way we are scared about leaders, the way we are scared about them, we don't want to speak up. I don't know what the fear is. I don't know what the fear is. But we have to rise up. We have to rise up and defend this nation. So I'm going to be making more videos, as things evolve. I'm going to be making more videos, right? I'm going to be talking about things that concern all of us. And everybody has the right to support whoever they want to support. You can support. I tell people this all the time. When we like people or when we love people, there's really no reason for that. We like people or we love them, and then we'll say, oh, we love them because they're 6 foot tall, or because they have long nose, or because they have six pack. The truth is, there are many people who are 6 foot tall, six pack, and have long nose. Why did you choose this particular one? There's no reason for that. People just like people. People just gravitate to people because of some silent things that you can't even place your hands upon. Maybe the way they talk, but there are many people that talk that way. Maybe their parents, maybe their siblings. Why you choose this one? So if you decide that you want to support Tinubu, just come out with your full chest and say, I'm supporting Tinubu. If you want to say, I'm supporting Atiku, come out full chest, say, I am supporting Atiku. For me, I'm supporting Peter Obi. I am coming out with my full chest to say I'm supporting Peter Obi. Now, people can say, oh, because he's from here, he's from there. Nothing like that. Because I never supported any other person from that region in that same capacity. When Obasanjo was running, I supported Obasanjo. Obasanjo was pairing with what's his name? Atiku. I supported Obasanjo against the people pairing with someone from the southeast. But I supported Obasanjo. Right. So when Yaradua was running, I supported Yaradua. Okay. So it's not about, and right, Yaradua was running with Goodluck Jonathan, Ebele Jonathan as the running mate. I supported Yaradua's ticket. So don't get it twisted. It's based on the facts on the table, what I see right now. In fact, you wouldn't even believe that at some point in 2003, I supported Buhari. I supported Obasanjo in 1999. But after 4 years, I thought maybe the way they were saying corruption, and Buhari has this thing about him around anti-corruption. So I said, okay, I went to Buhari's campaign office in Katsina and I gave them some ideas. Let's say this, let's try to. He lost, fine. But the moment Obasanjo won again, we all came under one president. But I supported him in 1999. I supported Buhari in 2003. I supported Yaradua in 2007. Then I supported Jonathan in 2010 and then 15, but he lost. And now my support is, and in 2019, I supported Atiku. And now my support is with Peter Obi. So based on the people that were running at the time, I made my decisions. This is who I'm camping with. Right now, my time is with Peter Obi. Find whoever you want to support them, but don't do it about ethnicity and religion. No. Find the reason. I have my reasons for Peter Obi, and they are all there. I can rehash it at another time, but find the reason you're supporting your person. I want to see the end of insecurity in the country. I want to see the right body language. In 2022, when Peter Obi came out, he said that the people stealing our oil are in government. He said that oil is not like candy that you can walk into a shop and take and put in your pocket and walk away. The moment he said that, they found people that were bunkering our oil in ship. And instead of holding them to investigate, they burned the ship because they want to hide the evidence. They burnt it. And if insecurity went down, kidnapping, all those things, they went down. Immediately after the election, they figured out the body language of the people in power doesn't show anything serious. They went back to business as usual. When you see these kidnappers, much younger, half my age, much younger people, teenagers, 16, 17, 18, teenagers, if they have the right voice, an elder telling them stop, they will stop. And some of these people rearing cows, they are rearing cows for some of the big men, big politicians. Call these guys on the table and say, look, enough is enough. All these your boys. Next time they kill somebody, they won't be alive to tell the story. Those guys will tell them, stop. Go to the all those BBC Hausa and Fulani and tell them to announce this to the people. When you kill somebody for nothing, you will be dead. Then tell the farmers, farmers, you have the right to defend yourself. That's all. You don't even have farmers, you have the right to defend yourself. Whatever is in your power to protect yourself, as long as you didn't go out to attack somebody. If somebody comes into your farm, stand your ground and make sure that at the end of the day, you will be the one alive telling the story. Tell the farmers this story and all this stupidity will end. We need to stand up for that nation. We need to rise up and do the right thing. All right, God bless you. It's been your number one interpreter for everybody. So we have just interpreted what is happening right now. And from time to time, we're going to be doing these videos. I've left this channel for a long time, focusing on other things, apologetics and things that are more spiritual. But we have to be alive first before we are spiritual. We have to be, when God made man, he made him a human being, first of all. And so we have to be alive before we can do any other thing. And that's why we are standing up to fight for the nation. Nigeria will be great again. I said this before, let me say it again. When Nigeria starts doing well, West Africa will start doing well. When West Africa starts doing well, the whole of Africa will start doing well. When the whole of Africa starts doing well, the whole of black nations will start doing well. When the whole of black nations start doing well, everywhere in the world, they will count us, they will take us, they will consider us when they're making decisions. We'll become equals. We'll be able to negotiate with people. People won't come to our nation and start driving us out. We'll be able to stand and negotiate. We'll be able to stand tall in the Committee of Nations. But it has to start from Nigeria. We're the most populous black nation. We have the most popular people, whether it is in arts, in culture, whether it is in science and technology, whether it is in music, entertainment. We have all it takes in Nigeria. All we need to do is to stand. We just need to get it right. Get it right and stand. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one. Your number one interpreter for everybody. And we've just interpreted what is happening in the nation. God bless you. Bye-bye. Make sure you vote. Vote.